Baby girl, you know I love you, cause you are my shawty. I don't care what they gotta say, cause you will always be my shawty.
You know, a lot of times I really don't like talking about, how I got used for money, how I got used for this, how I got used for that, or cheating and stuff, all this other stuff that was going on during the remainder of basically 2018 to 2019 or something like that. But since I love you guys and a lot of you love my story times and love giving you guys, y'all opinion or what I be saying in my story times, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a story about what happened to me about 2 years ago now. I mean, I was gonna say last year for 2019, but this was 2 years ago. And because this is literally I don't know if this was the last time I ever talked to this person, but it was probably around January or March or something like that. It was the last time I talked to her last year. But you know what? Hey, it is what it is, man. And I just rise above it. Before I get started, what's good, YouTube? This is Deztination, and let's get started. Now, I am about 20 years old at the time. I was 20 years old, and I was working at my very first job at UPS. And what I was doing at UPS, I was a package handler. Now, for those of y'all who do not know what a package handler is, it's basically where you load and unload trucks at UPS. I was doing that for the remainder of the time that I was there. When I first got started, I was loading. And then November, I immediately went from loading to unloading trucks. And I did that for the remainder of the time I was there at UPS. That's a little out the way. But during that time, during the time I was working at UPS, I got off from work and I'm just got off the train. Now I'm about to take the bus on my way home. On my way to the bus, I see this one pretty girl. But mind you, she was a distance away, so I really couldn't see that much. So as long as I saw was the side. So I got on the truck. I said the truck. I got on the bus, and when I got on the bus, and I sat in the back. I'm just sitting there chilling. I'm trying to charge my phone up because my phone was low-key about to die. And, I was just charging it up. I forgot what percentage was my phone on. And then I turned over to see the same pretty girl I just saw from a distance. And when I saw her up close, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, damn! Right? So I'm sitting there well, damn, she's really pretty. But I'm kind of nervous when I be trying to talk to new people, especially I don't want to sit there and say nothing stupid or let alone say nothing rude or nothing like that. So I just be sitting there trying to make a conversation with people. I try to make a conversation that doesn't sound boring. So I went ahead and tried to have a conversation with her. She's like, yeah, it's cool. And she goes on with saying how whatever she was saying at the time, and she wanted to use my charger to charge her phone. I was like, okay, cool. I give her a charger. I have a little portable charger thing about this big, and there's a cord there. So she's charging up her phone while she's charging her phone. Me and her having a conversation. We start talking and laughing and joking and stuff, and they start exchanging each other's numbers. So when me and her exchanged numbers, we exchanged numbers and everything, she was like, yeah, make sure you call me later or something like that. I was like, cool, gotcha. So apparently she has a boyfriend at the time. So after that, man, she got off the bus and then she dipped off. I texted her a little bit on that day, but then later on, the majority of the time, the month or so, she really did not call me or something like that. I called her or texted her. She didn't really call and text me. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, something's going on. Okay, she just basically gave me a number for no apparent reason. What is going on, right? So finally around November, it was November time, close to, I think it was after Thanksgiving. So after Thanksgiving, she finally called me after a month of not speaking to me since the last time we spoke, right? So me and her, we're talking and kicking it and stuff, and I'm asking, where she been? She was basically saying how she was depressed, how her and her boyfriend broke up, they're not really getting along, and this and this and that. Then to come to find out, this girl has 2 kids. Literally 2 kids, y'all, okay? So I'm sitting there oh, okay. I try not to say nothing rude or nothing like that. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I understand. You're working hard, you do your thing. So we go on to talk. We've been talking for quite a while. And then finally, at one point in time, we finally met up one night around December. We finally met each other for the first time in a month now. I mean, a couple months since I seen her. So we talked and everything. But when I finally saw her, this is like, mind you, this is like literally 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning when we finally saw each other again. Because at the time, this is why I feel like I'm being used. She was asking me for money. You know what I'm saying? She's been asking me for money for quite a while now. Not all the time, but then sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember that night she was asking me for $20, like $20-something or $40, something like that. I gave her 20-something because that's the only money I basically had that much around that particular time. Because you know what I'm saying, I didn't want to like, you know, 'cause I felt bad for her. She was going through a lot. She didn't really have that much to eat. She didn't really have she actually had no money. So I was like, okay, you know, I give her the money. So after I give her the money, me and her, we talked and everything. After that, she had to go to work around that particular time. I forgot what job she was working at the time. So me and her was talking, you know, so I kissed on the cheek. We good, we call it a day. Fast forward to the morning. This is one of the time we finally got the internet in. I'm about to play some games on the internet. I'm about to go online. I'm having a blast. Finally, all of a sudden, she called me saying that she quit her job because somebody at her job was finna whoop somebody's ass at the job. And I was like, oh, here we go. So I'm like, okay, fine. So on that same day, I told her, I was like, you know, hey, why don't you just come over here? Just pull up over here. You know what I'm saying? We meet like outside the gate and everything. Cause we have a gate over here in our apartment. Just meet outside the gate. Just chill and talk. She's like, okay, cool. So she pulls up. We sat in the car and talked for an hour and a half. Mind you, I have the whole house to myself. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's home. My mom wasn't home. She was at work. My sister wasn't there. She was at work. So I'm the only one that was off today. I might as well just have fun and just have talking conversations. At least I did not bring her to the house. Because if I brought her to the house, my mom would basically, probably would be dead right now. I wouldn't be making as much videos as I would be making right now. But anyway, whole nother story. But anyway, so me and her, we talking and chilling in the car. And the more we talked, the more I felt like a connection. Like I was developing feelings towards her. You know what I'm saying? So we was talking and stuff. We was talking for a whole hour and a half. It kind of like felt like 2 hours. So she said, and she was still asking me for money. So I was like, okay, I gave her another 20, like $20-something. It was like $25 or $26 at that particular time. And mind you, this girl was like 27 at that particular time, y'all. Yeah, 27. I'm sitting there talking to a 27-year-old older woman. Now, I don't have a problem with it. It's just the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause if you're a parent and your son or your child is talking to somebody way older than them, of course you're gonna have a problem. So I'm sitting there chilling, we talking, and then she starts crying. She starts crying because, you know, she was talking about her kids, like that she could barely see her kids because the auntie has them, and the auntie doesn't want her to be around the kids because of how she used to be back in the day, and, you know, all this other BS and stuff. And I try to convince her, like, Lou, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything that your auntie is doing. She's just doing that just to get inside your skin. Don't worry about her. You'll get your kids. You'll talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And they'll see what kind of great mother you are. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This and that. So I gave her a hug, you know. Because, you know, I'm a good friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those type of guys where I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. If you're going through something, I'm going to be there for you to help you out. You know what I'm saying? That's how type of homie I am. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of guy I am. I'm not going to sit there and be bullshitting you and all this other shit. I'm going to keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? So I gave her a hug. We talked, you know what I'm saying? We continued on talking. And she low-key wanted to come into the house so we can like sit down and chill and everything. And as much as I would love to do that, I would love that to happen if this was my house. This is not really my house. This is my mother's house. And we live in an apartment, and you know what I'm saying? We don't want no stuff to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no BS to happen. You know what I mean? So during that whole situation, you know what I'm saying? After we got to finish talking, we got out the car, and you know, we talked again on the phone later on that day. Me and her was chit-chatting and talking. She kept going on and on and on about the stuff, about the kids and everything else. Then she was talking about how the baby daddy ain't shit, baby daddy is this, baby daddy that, this, that, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, cool, I understand. So I'm gonna fast forward this, okay? Fast forward about like a week later, a week and a half later. And a week and a half later, this is during the time. I called her a couple of times. She didn't even pick up. And majority of the time that I did call her, it'd be going straight to voicemail. Like I didn't know what the hell was going on, you know what I mean? So when we was talking, that week and a half later, on this night in particular, y'all, I'm sitting there, man, and we chilling, we talking and kicking it, and we kicking it whatever on the phone, just talking and stuff. Tell me why this chick is. This is who I think is like the most stupidest person I ever seen in my life. All that shit she was talking about the baby daddy, she ended up going back to the baby daddy and slept with him. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Why is you sitting there going back to this nigga and you just shit talk him from head to toe? Okay? You talked so much shit about him. She talked about how she was gonna put this nigga in child support, how he ain't shit, how he's this, he's that. I'm like, dude, why are you sitting there going back to the same guy that treated you like shit, but now you want to sit there and sleep with the man? So I'm like kind of agitated. I'm pissed the fuck off now. Because I'm getting aggravated. I'm like, dude, why is this going on? Why is she doing this? So I was like asking her a question like, why would you do that? Why would you stoop yourself low to do some shit like that? And she's like, I don't know why. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I low-key kind of missed him. I was, you know, it was this and it was that. I'm like, oh my God, this bitch is so dumb. Oh God. Oh my God, this bitch is dumb. This bitch is so dumb. So, during the whole situation, right? During the whole situation, man. And then, get this, y'all. Come to find out, within about a few weeks later. This, mind you, I had pneumonia around this particular time. Man, okay? So, actually, when I went out there to like basically like was talking to that girl, I don't know if this is like before or after I found out I had pneumonia. I think it's probably before. But anyway, so during this time I had pneumonia, so I really couldn't be at work. I couldn't come to work because the doctors basically gave me a note and saying, look, you don't need to work because you got walking pneumonia. If you go out there and it's cold, walking around, especially going to work with this pneumonia, you're gonna die. So because it's going to get worse. So I didn't want that to happen. So I said, okay, fine. Tell me why this, y'all. Tell me why all of a sudden when I finally did get back to work, which was like January around last year in 2019, tell me why I get a call from her sitting there saying, guess who's pregnant? I'm like, bitch, what? 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 Wait a minute. I actually was so shocked on the phone, I could barely speak. I was lost for words. I said, excuse me? She said, yeah, I'm pregnant. I'm about to have a third baby and everything. And I said, let me guess, your baby daddy is the father? She said, yep. I said, okay. Because I was low-key pissed. Like, you talk all this shit, and then you sleep with the man, and now you're pregnant by him. And now, mind you, before all of this is how I felt like this chick was using me, okay? Before this, the only time I ever did talk to her that much is if she texts me asking me, do I have this amount of money? Do I have $50? Do I have $60? After that, I told her, I was like, look, I don't have that much money. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have any money. She kept on asking me the majority of the time. Do I have $50? Do I have $60? Do I have this, that? Because she was thinking, oh, I'm working. Maybe he can give me some money and I will be okay. No, bitch. I don't have the money, okay? I don't have the money. So that was the only time I ever did talk to her around that time, like the end of December leaning towards January. You know what I'm saying? That was during that era where she wouldn't even call me. When I call her, it goes straight to voicemail. The other times that she did try to talk to me was she was asking me for money. So she was basically using me for money, and then that's when that part came in when she was talking about guess who's pregnant part. So I'm sitting there like, okay, This is ridiculous. And then the next time I told her, get this, y'all, next time I actually texted her, she was sitting there asking me the same question. Do I have any money? I'm like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. I noticed that she hadn't been calling me. When I be calling her, it goes straight to voicemail. I'm just gonna stop talking to her. I stopped talking to her, y'all, for a good month and like about a good 2 months. Finally, I think around March, I called her. I called her one more time. I don't know why I did this, but I called her one more time. She sit there, like I was asking her, where have you been? How come you haven't talked to me? What is going on? She was like, oh, I'm sorry, this and that. Oh, I'm sorry, you know, I've been doing this and this. Like, I've been busy. I've been mostly busy most of the time. I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah, you haven't been calling me all this time. Like, I was figuring out what's going on. Thought she was going ghost on me. She was like, and then get this. This how I know she was a cold-hearted bitch. She was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm gonna have to do this, and that. I'm like, okay. Before I even let her speak, beep, hung up on her ass. Fuck you, hoe. I am not finna be sitting there being used by you or any other chick in the whole entire world. If you're gonna sit there and be cool with me, be cool with me because of who I am. Don't be cool with me because I have money or I have this or I have that. Don't be sitting there doing that shit to me. Oh, and get this, y'all. Get this. This is the kicker. Ooh, this is the kicker. Around the time of January, okay, I remember this very vividly. During the time of January, I forgot what month it was. I think it was January, but I know this was during the time I was working at UPS. I sent her a voicemail saying how she went ghost on me. You have to fake. You doing this and that. Tell me why. She finally hit me up out of nowhere because I blocked her at the time. But it went straight to voicemail. But I unblocked her and called her back and like, dude, what do you want? She's like, what's all this stuff you were sending on my Gmail, on my voicemail, saying I'm fake and this or that? I say, yeah, you went ghost on me. You act different towards me. Like most of the time when you call me, you ask me for money. Like, what is going on? It's like, no, Desmond, I'll never be doing that to you. As much as you've been helping me out, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I've been very busy in this, you know, I got a child on the way. I'm doing this and this, that. I said, okay, whatever. I don't really care at this point. I didn't really say that part in my head. I'm thinking to myself, I don't really care at this point. Do what you gotta do. I don't give a fuck at this point. I don't care. Do what you gotta do. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. So are we still gonna be friends or what? I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, we can be friends. And then that's, of course, the last time I talked to her was in March. I immediately blocked her once again after the March. After she didn't sit there and say that shit on March. And mind you, around March was during the time I was working at my new job at another facility job that I'm not going to talk about. I think I talked about it before on my previous story time. I don't remember, but it's, yeah, man, yeah. Moral of the story is, folks, man, pick your friends. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with the friends that you have, and make sure you got the real friends around you instead of the ones that be around you when you have money, and then when you don't have money, they don't talk to you ever again. Don't be around those type of people. Be around positive people and just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this story time made me irritated. It made me pissed off. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm happy that it happened because it just basically opened my eyes and say, you know what? I know I deserve better, and it is what it is. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tap on that notification bell so you do not miss any of my videos, any of my story time, any of my videos. Please stay tuned for that. Also, you guys go over there to my gaming channel, which is Deztination Gaming. Make sure you guys go over there, go subscribe over there, tap that notification bell over there so you do not miss any of my gaming videos. I might be streaming tonight. I might be going live on Twitch stream tonight. I will definitely let you guys know on social media. But this is Desmond D saying thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.